Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi. I'm completely blind, so I don't look directly at you, but I promise I'm right here with you. So I'm so excited for today's video because today's video is going to be about the designer and celebrity fragrances that I will repurchase once they run out. Now, if you remember last year around December, November, I made a video on the 10 fragrances I will repurchase if all my fragrances disappear overnight. So this is different. These are all the fragrances, not just the 10, but all the fragrances I will repurchase when they run out naturally. So it pains me to say, but I've got 29 designer and celebrity fragrances here. I really wanted it to be a round number like 30. And I actually contemplated, should I look for a 30th bottle? And I thought, no, because then it's not real. You know, I want the numbers to speak for itself. And if it's 29, well, then 29 it will be. So I suspect this will be a rather long video. So please make yourself comfortable, make yourself something to drink, get yourself something to snack on, and we are going to hop into it. Ooh, let me say. So first up is, of course, and this will surprise no one, this is Burberry Goddess. 100% I will repurchase Burberry Goddess. By this point, Burberry Goddess need no introduction. This is a lavender, vanilla, ginger fragrance. It is sweet. And right from the start, I smell that lavender, but it dries down to a more heavy vanilla than lavender. This is a pretty feminine fragrance. You can wear it to work, for date night, just for going for lunch, for any occasion. This is a beautiful fragrance. Okay, then next is, oh, almost in the same realm. This is Guess Seductive Noir. This is also a vanilla, well, this is a vanilla sage fragrance, but that sage smells a lot like the lavender. This is an inspiration of Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. It also smells like lavender and vanilla, but to my nose, it's slightly more airy than Burberry Goddess. Perhaps that herbal quality is a bit stronger here. And this is actually a repurchase. This is my second bottle of Guess Seductive Noir. Then I've got Fantasy by Britney Spears. This is also, well, it's not my second bottle technically. I had a travel spray of this one, and now I've got 100 ml. This is a cupcakey white chocolate, sweet, very girly, very feminine. It smells pink to me. It smells like when you have a pink dress, a frilly pink dress with beautiful silver sandals. This is so beautiful. This is what I imagine Barbie would wear. Then we've got, oh, this is a Zara one. So this is Rich, Warm, Addictive by Zara. This is a tobacco fragrance, but it is very sweet. I remember a friend and I, we went to Zara a few years ago, and we went to the men's section so that he could also look for a fragrance for himself. And I smelled this one and I said, but I want it. This is to my nose not masculine at all. It's completely unisex, but it's warm, sweet tobacco. It is such a beautiful and cozy fragrance in my opinion. I don't wear this one enough. Next up, and this will surprise no one as well, this is La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier. This is your pear, vanilla, feminine, slightly warm fragrance. To my nose, there's something like a cinnamon note in here, but I think I only heard someone once saying that they also get something cinnamon. I don't know why I get that. It's so, I hate the fact that there's not a cap, so that I can't spray in the cap. This is such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and there is no doubt I will repurchase this one. If you've watched my video with my sister Nandi, where she rated some of my fragrances, she bought La Belle after rating my fragrances. Cannot go wrong with that one. That's also quite a versatile fragrance, I must say. I will, wait, let me just say, I will wear this. This is sort of date night for me. This is very date night appropriate, in fact. But I won't have a problem wearing this to the office as well. I don't know. What do you think? I don't think it is too overwhelming for that. Then I've got Chanel Chance, and this is the Eau de Toilette. So I've had the Eau de Parfum before. This is now the Eau de Toilette. This is a quince, citrusy, patchouli, very sophisticated citrus fragrance in my opinion. This is a dressed up citrus, even though you can, I mean, you can wear this for me, this is very office appropriate, but also appropriate for a nice summer day, going for lunch or going for dinner. I've got so many compliments on this fragrance. It is unfortunately empty, but I think there's still, yeah, it is empty. There's probably a drop in there, right? I will definitely repurchase it still in this year because I am missing it at the moment. Let me just move these things along. Then we've got another empty, and this is Black Opium by YSL. Now I had 100 ml before. This is a 50 ml. It ran out, and spoiler alert, but I already repurchased this one as well. So I've got a third bottle in my cupboard waiting for my next perfume haul where I will show you all the new designer and celebrity fragrances I bought during this year. This is a coffee, vanilla, pear fragrance. It is a coffee fragrance, but like I always say, it's not like someone is going to ask, who's smelling like coffee around here? That coffee is just something to give it more nuance, to give it some depth. It is really a perfumey fragrance, a very happy fragrance, and I always, almost always get compliments on that one. In fact, someone bought that fragrance because she smelled it on me. Then next up, we've got Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. Now this is a lavender vanilla. This is our third, well, lavender smelling vanilla. Yeah, this is just comfort in a bottle. This smells like when you were little and your mom tucked you into bed, or you were ill and she brought chicken noodle soup and you just felt comforted, even though you didn't feel good. You felt comforted by your mom who cared for you. And oh, this is just so beautiful. Like I say, vanilla, lavender, I think there's licorice in here. I really want to revisit the Mon Guerlain Intense as well. And let me say, this is my third bottle. Now, this is my first 100 ml, but I had 230 ml before. So I think, the proof is in the pudding. I did repurchase this one before. Then next up is Pink Sugar by Aquilina. Now this is also a repurchase already. I had a 50 ml and then last year I purchased this 100 ml. Now many will say that this is a very linear fragrance. Some will even say that it is a cheap smelling fragrance. To my nose, yes, it's not complex, but to my nose it doesn't smell cheap. It's just a cotton candy, sugary, sweet fragrance. I think there's licorice in here as well. But I remember when I bought it, I once had a pink jersey on and pink sneakers with, a jean. And I had this on because I just thought it fitted that pink outfit so well. And this is also a pink dress fragrance. It is so sweet. It is so pretty. I cannot imagine how someone cannot like this fragrance when they smell it on someone else. If you walk past someone and you smell they've got they are wearing pink sugar, I think, how can you not like it then? But it is tooth-achingly sweet, so you'll have to love sweet fragrances. Then next up is Valentino Born in Roma Extra Dose. Now this is a blackcurrant rum vanilla fragrance. Oh, it's sweet. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is, yeah, like a grown-up blackcurrant, a kind of boozy, sweet vanilla fragrance. To my nose, it is a fruity vanilla, but not a very airy fruity vanilla. It's a bit denser, and I think it's dense because of that vanilla. It's not overly dense, don't get me wrong. It's just a deeper fruity fragrance. I wouldn't classify this as a fruity fragrance or a fruity floral. This is really a fruity vanilla. It is so beautiful, and this is my only Donna Born in Roma fragrance. I actually have to check out the others. I've smelled the original, but this one just captured my heart immediately. Okie dokie, what can we do? Oh, of course. This is Midnight Rose by Lancôme. This is a raspberry rose vanilla fragrance. It is sweet, it is vanilla, it is feminine, it is extremely sweet. This is a jammy rose. This is one of the sweetest roses I've ever smelled. There's nothing green in here. Yeah, nothing green. Nothing earthy. It is just vanilla rose sweet. So it's nothing like Atomic Rose, nothing like Delina. It is a softer, in my opinion, softer, sweeter, almost more approachable and crowd-pleasing rose, in my opinion, once again. This is probably my 5th or 4th bottle. I haven't kept count because it was my signature scent at one point. It is one of my favorite rose fragrances, if not the favorite. Perhaps it's my favorite. Yeah, I think it's my favorite. Okay. The next one is La Vie Belle Vanille Nude or Vanilla Nude. This is a sweet, soft, quiet, whispering perfume. It is not too loud. It is not like the original La Vie Belle. You know, that one is quite loud. To me, it's quite a beast. But this one is the soft, feminine version. This is a soft, pretty girl fragrance to my nose. It smells to me, I've heard people say it smells nothing like La Vie Belle, but I don't agree. To me, this smells like La Vie Belle, but with a hefty dose of vanilla added to it. This is just a 30 ml. Or is it a 50? Yeah, it's a 30 ml. This is a 30 ml. And I actually want a larger bottle. I'm so scared of running out of this one. This will definitely be a repurchase. Okay, then we've got, what do we have next? Okay, this is not, I think this is a niche fragrance, right? This is the only niche fragrance, and this is Fleur Vanilla Skin. This is a woody vanilla fragrance. It is sweet, but yet it's got that wood, that grounded, I think it's oud that's in here, which makes it sort of a grown-up vanilla, not a teenage young girl vanilla, but more a grown-up vanilla, a sophisticated vanilla, if you will, but it is still very sweet. It is so nice for bedtime. It is comforting. It is so pretty. I am so happy I got this bottle last year, and I will definitely repurchase this one. Okie dokie, then we've got Fancy by Jessica Simpson. Now, Fancy is a caramel peachy fragrance. That opening in the beginning, when I smelled it, I was a bit like, I don't know if I like it. That caramel mixed with the peach almost gave it a mature vibe to my nose. But no, this is absolutely beautiful. It dries down to this very comforting caramel fragrance. I love to wear this one to bed. It is cocooning, it is warm. It's one of the only 3 designer fragrances in my collection that I will repurchase. Remember, I've already spoken about Fantasy that I will repurchase. The next one will come as no surprise, and this is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, of course, and this is unfortunately an empty. I had a 20 ml. I finished the 20 ml. This has been my 100 ml, and now I have to repurchase it. I really want to smell the Pretty Peony one as well, the flanker. But this is, as we already know, this is a tea osmanthus vanilla fragrance. There's also patchouli in here. What I mostly get, what my nose picks up, is really the vanilla, the osmanthus, which gives it this apricot-y flavor, and then the tea. I don't really pick up on flowers. I know it's Flower Bomb, and I've heard many people say it smells like flowers. I don't know. Friends, does it smell like flowers to you? To me, it smells like just vanilla and apricot and tea. I know there's frangipani and freesia and all those flowers in here. I really don't get a Flower Bomb. I think this should have been Vanilla Bomb, honestly. Okay. Then the next one is also a Zara fragrance, and this is Golden Decade by Zara. I fell in love with this one this year. I mean, I bought it in 2024, but this year I actually started wearing it and I fell in love. Now this one is an inspiration for Libre by YSL. Oh, it smells so good. This is also a lavender vanilla, but there's orange blossom in here. So it's not like Mon Guerlain or like Burberry Goddess in the slightest to my nose. This is a Boss Woman CEO lavender vanilla, and I think it's thanks to that orange blossom in here. It is so good. It's either orange blossom or mandarin. I can't remember now. But there's almost something I always say that smells to me like a playroom or something when I was younger. I don't know if it's the plastic toys that I remember. That sounds terrible. It doesn't smell plasticky, but there's something in here that's reminiscent and of that time, and that's got very nostalgic value to me. Very beautiful. Apparently this is not for everyone. I thought it was not for me, but it is so for me. And I'm so sad that I missed the boat on the Libre Vanilla Couture, but I'm hoping to pick up the Middle Eastern inspiration as soon as it hits South Africa. Then we've got Juicy Couture Gold Couture. This will also not surprise anyone. This is my second bottle. I repurchased this one last year. I ran out of my 100 ml in 2024, and then I repurchased this one. This is caramel and berries, and oh, my sister also gifted me one, so I've got 2 bottles at the moment. This is caramel and berries. It's sweet, it's soft, it's comforting, it's pretty girl, it's slightly alluring. It's just one that will make you smell like a snack, one that you will want to wear perhaps for quiet movie nights in. I'm not going to say Netflix and chill, because now that I know what it means, I steer clear of that phrase. not that there's anything wrong with it, but yeah, I'm even blushing just talking about saying that. Anyway, so yeah, this is just such an unoffensive, beautiful fragrance. Okay, how many do we have left? Yo, we've got a lot left. Okay, this is Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette by Dior. This is doughy vanilla almond fragrance. It is warm. It is slightly thick, Some people say it smells like Play-Doh. Not to my nose, not to my nose. It is a comforting fragrance. When I first smelled this one, I thought it smelled like rubber. I don't luckily get anything like that anymore. This is just such a beautiful one. And let me think if this was this full bottle was definitely not a repurchase, but I had a fake version of Hypnotic Poison, and then I decided to pull the trigger and to buy this one. This is also a compliment getter. Then I've got Pepper Jeans for Her, just the original one, not any of the flankers. I would love to smell the Celebrate and the Cocktail and all those flankers, but I've just got the original Pepper Jeans for Her. This smells to me like a pina colada. Oh, almost had this in my nose. Like a bright, oh yeah, it's so good. There's no pineapple and coconut listed in this fragrance, weirdly enough. There's marshmallow and vodka and almond, but what it really gives is pineapple and cocktail. Oh, pineapple and coconut, which is, I suppose, a cocktail. It smells like a pina colada. If you want a fragrance that smells like a pina colada, you cannot go wrong with this fragrance. It is just the original Pepper Jeans for Her. I mean, I see a lot of people decluttering this fragrance, that's saying, oh, it's nice enough scent, but I just got it for the bottle and now I don't want it anymore. I love this fragrance. I was once in a coffee shop and I smelled it on someone, and that's when I fell in love with it, because I was like, is that what this fragrance smells like on others? Then it must hopefully smell like this on me too. Oh, it's a very big bottle. Wait, let me put it there. Then we've got my last celebrity one, and this is REM by Ariana Grande. Now this is a dryer sheet, also lavender fragrance. It's lavender salt, it's fig leaf. It smells like cleanly washed laundry, not like the laundry detergent, but just like the clothes. Almost also, you know that smell what you get when you iron your clothes. That sort of, yeah, ironing your clothes, that's almost the vibe that you get here. I love this fragrance. I will not hesitate in the slightest in repurchasing this one, I say. Then we've got Chanel Chance Au Tendre. Now this is a fruity, shampooy, appley fragrance. This is really what it smells like to me, like a bright apple shampoo, but I suspect that mine has gone off because the opening smells a bit metallic. But I don't want to accept that fact, so I should probably repurchase it already. This is just a happy-go-lucky, pretty girl, fruity floral fragrance. The only beef I have with this fragrance is it doesn't last long, and it really is not cheap. I don't think the tray is going to be large enough for all the fragrances. Then I've got Scandal by Jean Paul Gaultier. This is a sticky, sweet honey fragrance. It is thick. It's one of my thickest fragrances. I know some people say it smells animalic. To me, it doesn't. I didn't like this on first sniff, I must say, but I absolutely adore this fragrance during winter time. It takes me back to winters in Europe. Oh, and you spray this on if you've got a hoodie on, and you spray it in the hoodie of the hoodie and on your scarf, and everywhere you move you just smell this very, very sweet fragrance. Oh, it is so, to my nose, it is so overtly sexy. Oh, and I have to say, with Scandal, I did have a 10 or 15 ml, I can't remember, and then I bought this fragrance. So it is sort of a repurchase. Then I've got Captivatingly Paris that I only bought in March from Zara. This is a rose pear fragrance. This is just a fruity floral, but it almost smells like there's a bit of vanilla in here. Vanilla is not listed in this fragrance. There's musk in here, but to my nose, there's almost something sweetly vanillic mixed into these ingredients. It is so beautiful. This is a 30 ml. This is how far I've come with this fragrance in, well, not even 2 months yet. And yes, I did buy a backup. I normally don't buy backups, but I was so scared because you know Zara, one day the fragrance is there, the next it's gone. So I bought 100 ml. So yeah, I did then actually repurchase it. Then the next one is Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. This is a lemon vanilla rum fragrance. It is just sweet, lemony, enveloped with that vanilla. I always say if you walk during a cool day, when you walk your dog, for example, and there's a cool breeze wafting in the air, oh, this one is so beautiful. People say it smells like a lemon meringue pie. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not saying people are wrong, because obviously so many people can't agree on something and be wrong. I'm probably wrong here, but to me it smells, what my nose interprets is lemon and vanilla, but not really gourmand. To my nose it is too perfumey still to be gourmand. It is so good. Absolutely divine. I will 100% repurchase this one. Well, I first bought Victoria by Lattafa, which is an inspiration of Devotion, and then I bought Devotion because I love the DNA so much. Then I've got Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. This is the Light Blue Intense. This is an apple, lemon, fruity fragrance. It's very airy, it's very fruity, it's very zesty. It is just so bright, so happy. And yeah, apples and lemon. That is what you're gonna get. To my nose, at least in the Intense, I get a bit more lemon than apple. It's a bit sweet, but it's more fresh than sweet, if that makes sense. This has got a very cooling effect during a very hot summer's day. Okay, we are nearing the end. Hold on to your seats, we are almost done. So this is Perfect Absolute by Marc Jacobs. This is just a 30 ml. Now this is a fig caramel fragrance. Oh, it is so good. It is sweet. It is caramelly. It just smells like a date night. It smells sophisticated. It's in no way an inspiration of La Belle, but to me, they are in the same sort of scent family. Whereas La Belle has got that pear and vanilla, this one has got the fig and caramel. It does smell fruity, but it's a deeper fruity fragrance. It's deeper. It's almost like Extra Dose Donna Born in Roma, because it's deeper. It's not airy. It's slightly thick, but still a bit fruity. Yeah, fruits that's grounded by that caramel and amber. So a deeper fruity fragrance, if that makes sense. I love it. I love it. Such a good date night fragrance. Then we've got Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This cap doesn't click into place anymore, but anyway. So this is also a sophisticated citrus fragrance. There's patchouli in here, orange and rose. This is a very classy, elegant fragrance. Probably my most elegant fragrance in my whole collection, but it's unapologetically elegant. It's not one that sits quietly and it's all ladylike. Oh no, this is a very elegant woman, but she knows her place. She's not afraid to talk. She's not afraid to be assertive. This is what it is. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I must say the patchouli has gotten a bit stronger as time go by, so I actually can't wait to just get a fresh bottle. Okay, and we've got only 2 left. The last one is Bon Bon by Viktor and Rolf, and as you can see, this is a candy wrapper, and this does smell very sweet. It's peachy, it's sweet. That Perfect Absolute is so strong that I can only smell that now. This is bright, this is peachy, caramel. So there's a freshness to it. There's a freshness even though it is sweet. I can imagine that Bon Bon will be appropriate for spring as well, even for summer days, not very hot summer days, but summer days, because it's got that peach on top. It is so beautiful. It is not as thick as Juicy Couture, even though Juicy Couture is also not thick, but this is even a bit fresher. It's not a freshie, but it is a very crowd-pleasing, sweet peach caramel. This is so beautiful. Oh, the other peach or apricot one we had was Jessica Simpson Fancy. So Fancy is a bit more deeper to my nose than Bon Bon, a bit less fresh than Bon Bon. Yeah, that is definitely, this is more comforting. This is almost the more spring version. Very, very good. Highly recommend. If you like sweet fragrances, you can't go wrong. And then finally, our last one is Tonka Cream by Zara. This is also a new acquisition. This is tropical, this is coconutty, this is lemony, and yet there's that warm tonka underneath. So you get a two-toned fragrance. This is not linear at all. When you spray it out, in the opening notes, you will get something tropical, something almost reminiscent of a pineapple, coconut, melon kind of fragrance, and then you will be hit with that warmth of the tonka. So it's two things that you don't necessarily would think would go together, but they go together so well. But just as a warning, as I told you before, I got chased down by a bee when wearing this fragrance. So not to be worn on a warm summer's day outside. So anyways, that has been it. All the designer and celebrity fragrances I will repurchase, all 29 of them. Please let me know your top 3 fragrances that you will repurchase. I would really like to continue the conversation in the comments. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, you know I appreciate you so much. And until Friday, bye for now.